Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual pricing for $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 72-year-old female. Now, first thing I suggest is go directly to our website, and we have these quotas on just about every page. All you have to do is select the state that you live in, and we're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. And then select the coverage amount, put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It will take you to a page that's going to have and show you the best insurance companies that have the lowest pricing. And by doing that, you'll be able to avoid those companies out there that you see on TV or magazines that have those low teaser rates that don't offer any coverage. And then when you get on the phone with the insurance company, they try to upsell you. It'll also protect you against those plans that have 2-year waiting periods that can be up to 200% more expensive than first day coverage, which we recommend first day coverage. You can also call us at 888-862-9456, and one of our agents can help you understand your options and pricing. Now, the first thing you need to understand, if you are 72 years old and a female and looking for $5,000 worth of coverage is that $5,000 worth of coverage going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, typically that's going to be either a cremation or a burial. So the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. And if you get cremated and have some sort of ceremony, that's typically going to be between $3,500 to $4,500. So what we would typically recommend is right around $5,000 to $7,000 for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. And you might be thinking, well, wait, that's more than the $2,000 it costs. Well, yeah, I mean, you're 72 years old. You might make it to 82, maybe even 92. And we just want to make sure that there is enough money there to inflation proof the plan, because we know prices go up on goods and services over time, including cremations. So if we get a little bit more coverage than you actually need right off the bat, you won't have to worry about price increases in the future. You lock in your lowest rates. And then also, God forbid, if you died a little sooner than you thought, there's a little bit of extra money left over to just take care of some final expenses or medical bills or just some things that you thought you'd get paid off that you never did type thing. So it's just really helpful to lock in your lowest rate and make sure you don't have to shop for this again. Now, if you are going to have that cremation in the ceremony, we would typically recommend somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000. But again, it's all flexible. If you're on a fixed or limited income and the only thing you can afford is like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, then do that. We can always help you apply and get qualified for more coverage later. Now, if you're looking at getting buried, the average cost of a burial in the United States right now is right around $10,000. So if you walk into a funeral home with a $10,000 check, chances are they're going to make it work for you. It's not going to be anything fancy or anything like that, but they should make it work for you. It's hard to believe that they would say no to that, let you walk out the door and take your $10,000 check a couple blocks down the road to one of their competitors. So again, just understand it's kind of the 10,000 is kind of the lower limit on burial. Now, if you're looking for $5,000 worth of insurance, that's not going to be enough for a burial. But what a lot of people would do is they would have like maybe a $10,000 or $5,000 policy that they purchased years ago, and they thought it was enough, or maybe their needs had changed. Maybe they want something a little bit more fancy as a funeral, and they just need to add $5,000 worth of coverage. Very cool, right? Problem solved. No big deal. We can certainly help you out with that. One thing we don't recommend is going crazy with this insurance and getting like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. A lot of times that happens when somebody wants to leave money behind for children. And the challenge is most of the people we help are on a fixed or limited income, and it just gets awfully expensive when you get that much coverage. And it's really sad to hear somebody say, well, if I can't get $50,000, I'm not going to do anything at all. And basically what you just did is you just made your kids pay this for you instead of just getting an adequate amount of coverage and being able to take care of yourself. So yeah, don't be ornery, don't be stubborn. Get what you can afford. We really recommend you just keep this for final expenses. Your family, your children will be so grateful that you did this. And instead of getting more coverage and paying a higher premium every month, just get what you need insurance-wise, save that money, spend it on yourself, spend it on your kids. You'll have those memories, and they'll have those memories for the rest of their life as well, too. But I will also say that if you do have more financial means and you want to get more coverage, we can certainly help you out with that. We just want to make sure that we're respectful of your budget. Now, one thing we always recommend is getting first day coverage or benefits. We do not recommend plans with 2-year waiting periods at all. And first we'll talk about that in a minute here, the 2-year waiting period plans. But yeah, first day coverage means that hypothetically, if your plan were approved and issued today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to pay out that death benefit, whether it be $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever it would be. They would have to pay that out. It's going to be the best coverage at the lowest pricing. Now, a lot of people would say, you know, Randy, I do like that first day coverage, but I'm not in the best of health. And I know the plans ask health questions. What should we do? And I say, well, you know, your poor health is actually our concern, not yours, at least with this insurance. That's why we work with so many different insurance companies, because they all ask different health questions, and they all have different underwriting. So that's why right now, really 95% of the time, we're able to get people first day coverage or benefits. Really, the only time we wouldn't be able to get that is if you had some really significant and severe health issues going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital or a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd typically refer you out to a different insurance company. The only other thing that happens, seems like it happens every week, we get a call from somebody and they say, hey, we just had somebody pass away this last week, a family member, and they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money, and now their body's at the funeral home, and the funeral home director is not going to do anything till he gets some money in his hand. So we need to get this insurance right away so that we can get the payment from the insurance company to get to the funeral home director and get this all taken care of. And we have to let them know that, unfortunately, there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to offer one of these policies on a dead person. You actually have to be alive to qualify for this insurance. And it's really sad that the person who passed away did this to their loved ones, because everybody knows they're going to die. We just don't know when. And you know, this person probably had thought about getting insurance in the past and thought they'd have time, but then they never did. They ran out of time. And now their families or loved ones are going to have to pay for it. And typically, most people do that by putting it on a credit card. And now you're going to be paying 26% interest. And it's just really difficult on the family when this could have been taken care of. So don't have that be your legacy of leaving this burden behind for your family. If your money's tight, just get a lesser amount of coverage. We can always add more coverage later. But yeah, don't be that person. Not a good thing. Now, as far as 2-year waiting periods, Colonial Penns, I guess they're maybe a little bit more well-known. I think primarily just because they advertise their $9.95 plan on TV all the time. Seems like every 7 minutes or so they're on. But yeah, that $9.95 plan, that's a 2-year waiting period plan, which means it's not going to pay out for any death that's a result of a health or medical issue. Ouch, yeah. And there's other companies out there, too, that do that. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber, and a host of other companies out there. And some of these companies have done just an amazing job of convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you're going to qualify for is a 2-year waiting period, to which we always go, don't fall for such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Yeah, do not fall for such nonsense. Now, our female age 72 is probably watching that Colonial Penn commercial and thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I outsmarted the insurance company. I made it to 72 years old. They're only going to charge me $9.95, and I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You know, I can probably even get $50,000 for $9.95. I can just feel it in my bones. And then they chat with the Colonial Penn agent, or go online and look at their website, like we have done for you here. And they find out that a 72-year-old female, 1 unit of coverage, which is $9.95, is only going to pay out $896. That is not even enough for a cremation in any part of the country that we know. And it wouldn't even really matter anyway, because this policy's got one of those 2-year waiting periods. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh yeah, I'm not sure why you would want $896 worth of coverage. It's just inconsequential, especially with the 2-year waiting period. And a lot of people would say that the companies out there that offer teaser rates, that really low rate, and they would probably say that, companies like that do that just to get your information, just to get you to call. And then once you find out how minuscule that coverage is, they upsell you and try to get you for more. And we're not saying that Colonial Penn would do such nefarious things, but perhaps you can draw your own conclusion on that. But let's look here, because we're wanting to get $5,000. I'm guessing that's going to be 6 units or so. So yeah, there we go. That's probably as close as we're going to get. You can't buy $5,000 worth of coverage if you're a 72-year-old female, because they sell it by units, not dollar amount, and that's how they get their $9.95 per unit. Yikes. So anyway, yeah, 6 units is right around $60, $59.70. We're going to round that up to 60, and that's $5,376. Evidently, that $376 is footnoted for something. But let's go find first aid coverage. See if we can save you money. 5,000 female, age 72. Get quote. We're going to go back here and look again. This is 5,000 for $60. Look at this, $30. So yeah, we've got a company here, great company. We can help you get approved through them, but it's $30. Colonial Penn, again, it's roughly $60. Colonial Penn is roughly 200% more expensive than first day coverage. And that's what this level means. Level means first day coverage. Why would you spend double what you had to when you can get first day coverage for basically half price? That's like $30 a month more you're going to pay for Colonial Penn. They will allow you to overpay that for the rest of your life, by the way, and they will suck you with that 2-year waiting period. But yeah, $30 a month, that's going to be an extra $360 a year you're overpaying, and times 10 years, you're going to overpay right around $3,600 for a Colonial Penn. A $5,000 policy. Why would you ever do such nonsense? You need to be a smart insurance shopper, and we can help you be a smart insurance shopper. So let us guide you through the process. But let's look at some other companies here. You'll be able to check all these different insurance companies out. Let's find another one. Oh yeah, here's Lincoln Heritage. So they're a fine company, I guess, but man, their pricing's higher. Yikes. It is level coverage. That's good. But yeah, their pricing's higher. And the reason is Lincoln Heritage has got a deal where when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2-3 different funeral homes to get you like the lowest pricing. And they may do a couple of other things, but it's not free. They charge for it. It's going to cost you money. That's like $15 more a month. So, $15 more a month times 12 months, that's like $180 a year. And after 10 years, that'd be roughly $1,800. After 20 years, that'd be $3,600 more. But why would you ever overpay like $1,800 on an insurance policy when all they're going to do is make 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple of other things that might only take an hour or so? A lot of people would say that's a pretty good payday for the insurance company, and I think we would tend to agree. So we don't recommend it. In fact, what we recommend is go with the lower pricing, and then what we provide free of charge at Funeral Funds of America is a funeral and estate planning guide. You can just download that from our website, print it out, and then fill it out. And you inside that funeral and estate planning guide, you just say who gets what goes where, and what you want to happen after you're gone. And then you keep that with your insurance policy, and then when you pass away, your family is going to be protected not only financially with the insurance policy, but emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide. And all they will have to do is open it up and just execute your wishes. And they will have the peace of mind knowing that they're doing everything exactly how you wanted to do it, and you provided the insurance money to help them do that. And what a wonderful legacy to leave behind, that they would know that you loved them so much that you not always just protected them in life, but you also protected them in death, actually at a time when you're not there and they were actually going to need you the most. What a wonderful gift of love. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So go to funeralfunds.com. We've actually got a special quarter for our YouTube visitors, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And you can get the best pricing and the lowest rates on that, especially for you. You can call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can run you rates, help you understand what you qualify for. And whether you have an existing policy that you want to just price shop or add coverage to it, we can help you out with that. If you are looking for a brand new policy or just have some questions about what you might qualify for or what might be best for you, we can help you out with that. But we look forward to the day when we can get you the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. Until that day does come when we get to meet you and help you with this, you take care, you stay safe, and you do have a nice day. Bye-bye.